So I try to focus on more of the cutting edge, the emerging artists, who's topping the charts this day and age. The last big case we did was Imagine Dragons, and that was kind of wrapped around the idea of Stanley Kubrick supposedly filming the first landing on the moon with Richard Nixon, all these conspiracy theories. The costumes are for astronaut suits. It's a great case. The band was really great to work with us on it. It's great to have them along with other great local acts like the Killers. The Killers display is based off of the Bones video, directed by Tim Burton, and it's an homage to Ray Harryhausen movies. And a funny story behind that is the Killers would come in have dinner on Sundays while the case was being built. And they'd have a look at the mannequins, and we'd get a call from their management saying that the mannequins were too skinny. And they were on skeletons, for Pete's sake. So we had to wrap them with towels and beef them up to kind of give them a bulkier look. That's another great case. And that's one part I love about the front of the casino, is that it's our Vegas boys, you know?
I looked at a lot of punk rock. When we did the Mr. Lucky setup, there was a lot of stuff in there that was, very inspiring to me. One piece we got was an original piece of a drum set from Dave Grohl, who was drummer for Nirvana. And he used to be in a band in DC called Scream, which was like an early inspiring punk rock band, one of the earlier bands. And it's got an original all-access sticker on it from the 930 Club in Washington, D.C. that says Nirvana on it. So I'd just be able to hold that and put it on the wall was pretty awesome. So another piece we have is the bass player for the Sex Pistols, Sid Vicious. We have an original necklace that he wore with a little padlock on it on display, which is pretty cool to look at.
Hi, I'm Warwick Stone, and I don't have a title. I'm just the memorabilia guy.
So in the David Bowie display case, we've got a suit, and we had that for about 25 years. We've had that suit. We originally bought it at an auction. But it turns out it was quite significant because he wore it on an interview show in England called Russell Harty that was a very big deal, kind of like a Jay Leno or something like that. And he performs on the show, so that turned out to be a really significant suit. The other thing that's in there with the suit is fantastic album art for the Diamond Dogs cover, and it caused a sensation. David Bowie was portrayed as this greyhound, and the album cover was immediately withdrawn, and the dogs parts were darkened. And so that album cover, if you can find a copy of the Diamond Dogs first edition album cover, very valuable. It's one of those collectible album covers. So we've got on display, we've got a limited edition of the original album art, which is very interesting and rare, signed by Bowie. Nobody compares to Madonna, except Lady Gaga. So what we have just acquired is this Lady Gaga costume. And the first thing we have to do when we acquire some new piece is really research the background on it. Find video or photographic evidence. So that's what we're doing right now. We found all the footage. This was the tour of 2012 for Born This Way. And it's a monumental tour, 98 dates, all across the world. So we have to go in, we have to find out how authentic this is, how many times it's been worn, what part of the tour this was worn on. So we've gone through all that. It looks like each one of the costumes she wore, there was anywhere from 3 to 6 copies, because you can't wear the same costume 98 times. doubt if you could wear the shirt you're wearing 98 times, right? So when you see it on display, I hope it's going to knock your eyes out. It's going to be so spectacular. Interesting question that nobody knows who Joe Bonamassa is. Apparently they do in England. I almost call the Albert Hall the house that Eric Clapton built. It's his home. It's his home. He's done, over the years, he's done 17 nights in a row, things like that at Albert Hall, which is I think 5,800 seat venue. So quite big. To sell that out 17 nights in a row, that's pretty, sell it out at all, it's pretty good. So we have on display, we've got a black suit, Armani suit, and a guitar that was played at one of those Albert Hall concerts. And then so Joe Bonamassa, the exhibit right next to it, is the black suit and the guitar that he played at Albert Hall when he had 3 nights in a row sell out. That was my gift to Joe to put those two together, so they're related.
He's more popular than you think.
People didn't know Otis Redding, just before he was about to become a sensation with a crossover hit. His first major hit in the white market was about to happen, and it was winter time in Wisconsin, and his plane fell short of the Madison airport and went into the lake. So there's pictures of the plane and some of its contents being pulled out of the lake. The story was that there was a contractor taking a truckload of waste down to the city dump in Madison, Wisconsin. And lo and behold, his plane is sitting in the dump. The only tool the man had was a hand axe. So he went and he hacked the names off the side of the plane. One side he got the Otis off, which we have, and the Redding word is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He had sold them to a local disc jockey who had them for 20 years or something, and then who sold them to us. And we've had them for 25 years. The Tupac Shakur outfit, the great thing about that is it's a local story. And wherever I've built Hard Rocks around the world, or the Hard Rock hotels, we always try and do something that relates to the local population. And as you know, Tupac Shakur died in Las Vegas. Didn't live here, but he died here. And so the story of the day he died, he went to see the Tyson fight at the MGM Grand. There was a lot of what we call kerfuffle in the casino. The big fight went on, and he hightailed it out of there. And so he then went back to his hotel, changed, and was going out do a personal appearance at Suge Knight's club, and was driving with Suge Knight when he got assassinated. So what we have on display, which came from his family, is the outfit he went to the fights in. Back in the day, I probably wouldn't have even considered having guns in the collection. But when you come to Elvis, Elvis was a gun nut. He loved America and he loved guns. And the story on that particular handgun was that he forcibly gave it to his doctor to carry in his little doctor's bag when he was bringing Elvis his pill supply, because he didn't want him to go unarmed carrying that many pills. Cautionary tale.